Hi, this is Kathianne Lewis, and it's time for a faith lift. Sometimes we just need to be reminded that the principles that are taught in this thing called the Signs of Mind work. The principles that we teach at the Center for Spiritual Living, they work, and they've always worked. And I'll tell you why I'm doing this is because sometimes I could get so wrapped up in how something's going to be hard that I forget all the times that I've just been lifted into a new consciousness, a new way of living. So one of the things I like to do is to tell stories, because that's what spiritual people have been doing for a very long time. It's easier to understand a story than it is to just be told, guess what? If you have an intention and hold it, something will happen. So here's this. In 1992, I asked myself, what would I do if I only had 6 months to live? That's a really powerful question in and of itself, by the way. And what came to me just out of the blue, I not visit family, not write letters of forgiveness to people. What I wanted to do was see a little bit of the world. I had stayed mainly in the Pacific Northwest, Washington, Oregon, Washington, and maybe a little bit of Idaho. And I just really wanted to see the world. So I said, well, if I could do anything, I would be a world traveler. And I just left it. You know, when you're not used to traveling, it's hard to even imagine yourself traveling. But I said it not only as a thought, but this huge desire in my heart to travel outside the United States, not even knowing why. So that was in 1992. And in 1993, in January, a person that I knew, but not really well, in our congregation, came up to me and said, "You wouldn't want to go to Russia, would you?" Well, I remembered what I'd said in the year before, and I thought, is this a demonstration? Is this an answered prayer? I would not have picked Russia. It was 1993, and Russia was still kind of weird, and for me, but so exotic at the same time. It happened to be when travel agents still got to have these trips that were sponsored by companies, or countries, I should say, so that they would go and talk about the country and then set up tours there. And Russia was just opening up to the West. So I got to go with her as her guest. And it was, I had to spend some money, but very little for a 2-week vacation, and very little for all the things that we saw. But here's the deal. Since that time, every year something opened up for me to take a trip that was affordable, that I could do, because it's almost like the universe eased me into it, until there have been some years I've taken 3 or 4 international trips a year. And I love seeing the world, because I love seeing that humanity is very, very similar no matter where I go. And that there's different customs and different ways that they function daily, or even that they eat, but still the humanity that I've experienced by travel. And I always come back better. See, I didn't know that I needed to come back better. I didn't know that I needed to see the universality of human beings. I didn't know that. All that I had in my heart was this desire to travel outside the United States. So a bunch of lessons here. First of all, really honor the desire of your heart, because most likely it's not the thing you'll get by having the desire of your heart come about, but what will happen to you because of that. Sometimes it's even the process of that will change you. And 2, if you really have an intention, if it just comes up inside of you and something says, this is what I want, this is who I want to be, and then you have enough willingness to feel that, just to let it incubate, not make it happen, but just let it be real inside of you and to accept it and then turn it over. It may not happen right away, but I'm pretty sure something's going to happen, because that's the way it works. I hope that helps you have some faith in your own heart's desires, and that the process works. Bye for now.
Some days life feels perfect, other days it just ain't working. The good, the bad, the right, the wrong, and everything in between. It's crazy, amazing, we can turn a heart with the words we say. Mountains crumble with every syllable, hope can live or die. So speak life through the deadest, darkest night. Speak life when the sun don't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken-hearted, watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope, you speak love, you speak life, oh, 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 oh. You speak life, oh, 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 oh. Some days the tongue gets twisted, other days my thoughts just fall apart. I do, I don't, I will, I won't. It's like I'm drowning in the deep. It's crazy to imagine words from our lips as the arms of compassion. Mountains crumble with every syllable, hope can live or die. So speak life through the deadest, darkest night. Speak life when the sun don't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken-hearted, watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope, you speak love, you speak life, oh, 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 oh. You speak life, oh, 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 oh. Lift your head a little higher, spread the love like fire. Hope will fall like rain when you speak life with the words you say. Lift your head a little higher, spread the love like fire. Hope will fall like rain when you speak life with the words you say. Raise your thought a little higher, use your words to inspire. Joy will fall like rain when you speak life with the things you say. Speak life through the deadest, darkest night. Speak life when the sun don't shine and you don't know why. Look into the eyes of the broken-hearted, watch them come alive as soon as you speak hope, you speak love, you speak life, oh, 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 oh. Speak life, oh, 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 oh. So speak life, oh, 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 oh. Speak life. Some days life feels perfect,